Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
We in the place to be.
Yeah,
oh, Neltron early. You know what time it is.
Hey.
Right.
Okay. And I'm on time this time, y'all.
Oh, God. I was actually the one that was after y'all.
Oh, man.
I normally was after y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I just noticed you really wearing that. I didn't pay attention to it.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was like, Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty.
Of course, Happy Auntie Ween.
Oh, Lord.
Curated.
We got people up in the spot. Hold on.
Yeah, while we wait for some more folks. How's everybody? How are you, Neltron? How are you, JR and Kemani?
I'm feeling good. Great Sunday. It was sunny. It looks like it's trying to rain, but we're not gonna worry about it because sunshine is always gonna be.
I am good. I can't wait till we get into this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, what up?
I'm trying to hold back. I'm not trying to, put too much too soon. Y'all gotta wait.
Okay. Look, come on, it's your show. Me and Alise's guest.
Oh my God.
That's why your name big on the flyer.
That
never came back to them.
Yeah, that's
represented real small.
We look all little. Kemani big like what? Oh God. Oh God.
Awesome record.
Well, y'all should have seen my face when
Let
she
me
sang
tell
that.
you.
Huh?
I got it. 1980. I got them.
You got it on you. You got
the two that I picked. That's why I had to change mine because the two that I picked, I was like, let me make sure I have my vinyls because y'all be stunting. So I had to make sure I had my stuff.
Yeah. And you said I had 6. You said I had 6, right, or 5 or 6.
It don't matter. Whatever you want to do, come on. It's on you.
Okay. All right.
Me and Alise got 2 apiece. It's on you.
It's
on you. It's on you.
All right.
I thought you was born in 72.
Who's?
I thought Timothy was born in 72.
That's so nasty, so rude.
Hey, Timothy, how you doing?
He know I love him. It's all good. Nothing wrong with stunting, bro. At all. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Tim. I'm waiting for him to go off. I know. I had to give you a little bit, Tim. I had to give you a little bit, just a little bit.
Nothing wrong with stunting, bro. Oh.
Hey, girl. What up, Kay? What's up, girl? In the place to be. You're not playing. Yes.
Oh, yes.
You picked that one, Kemani?
Yes, I did.
Oh no.
Yes, I did. But we got some more. It's okay. It's okay. We got some alternatives.
Okay, all right. Because I actually changed mine.
Really?
Because of that.
Wow.
I changed mine. I was like, all right, because I told Alise, I was like, Alise, nah, I'm gonna change from the other one I had to Teena, and she was like, okay. Oh, good. All right, let's see. That one is not playing. You see?
She You have 6 shows.
Just
one at a time.
Okay, you ready, hon? Wait a minute. You got your devil. You
Man, I got
Straight starting on us. Oh, about to. She always do.
come on the 80s. Why you think I was so bad for it to be an 80s? Because as many like
Wait, hold on. Ma, come
experimental
here.
things, as much as the weird experimental stuff.
So this is the
I
one.
think
Hold on. So y'all always ask for my mom. Come down, mom.
Oh!
That's my mom,
How's
y'all.
everybody?
That's crazy. How you
How's
doing?
everybody doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good. With pleasure. Y'all carry on.
Yes, man.
All right, and come here. No, you ain't out. All right, and this is my stepfather, y'all. Say hi. Hey.
How's everybody doing?
I got an audience, y'all. So yeah, y'all about to dip. All right, y'all. Hit me when y'all.
You had a
Okay.
tense family moment. That is
So
Right.
sweet.
Right. What?
That was so sweet.
Whatever. Right, tell Alise to get them, girl. Y'all little relationship. It's like I'm kidding.
No, you kidding.
Oh God. Oh man. All right, let me close this joint. Hold on. All right. Now I can cuss. Now, you know it's weird. If she was there, I know if my mom was on the screen and cool.
Right.
But if she here and I'm sitting up here going in, she'll be like, now, Junior.
Oh, Junior.
Right, now,
Get the soap.
Junior. Like, girl.
Don't get the soap.
Oh, God. All right, that feels good.
Yes.
My dog's trying to fall. There we go.
Yeah, welcome everybody. And today, Kemani chose to talk about 1980. So before we jump into the song, I'm gonna turn it over to Kemani. But if you could start off telling us why you picked 1980.
Wow, I picked 1980 because, make a long story short, so fast rewind actually back to April of 2022, right? And you know, me being a curious music lover and stuff like that, you know, I wasn't really like going on like any type of discovery. I was in a discovery period at that particular time, and I was thinking about a new journey. I was like, what could I possibly like do just to discover new stuff? I'm ready, you know, it's just certain things I never tapped into just yet. So I was thinking, okay, like I love my 60s, my 70s soul, I love my 90s R&B, I love my 2000s and, you know, stuff I grew up on and stuff like that. And I was thinking, you know what? As much as I enjoy a bunch of 80s R&B joints, I was never really like well versed as far as like how the 80s kind of panned out, because when I thought of the 80s at a particular point, like I would think about like the stuff my dad would listen to, like New Edition and Lisa and Cult Jam, Ready for the World, Prince, you know, the main people that were pushing things forward and during that time. And Michael Jackson, of course, you know, how can you forget Michael Jackson, you know?
How could you not?
And Whitney too and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know what, let's go back to where it like all started, right? How did we, because I was familiar with like the Disco Demolition and stuff like that. I was like, okay, early 80s, then the mid 80s, late 80s. I was a New Jack Swing dude. Like I just love a good upbeat New Jack Swing too. So I was like, how did we get here in a way? So I was thinking real deep. I was like, okay, let's just go through the 80s. Let's just go through it. So I posted on Twitter. I was like, you know what? I decided I'm gonna go through the 80s and I'm gonna start at the beginning, 1980. Y'all recommend some albums I should get into. Some I was familiar with, some I wasn't. So y'all just get those suggestions flying, and everybody just came in flying through. I'm like, oh, okay. And then that's where it really began. So, you know, and I think Brandon Ousley on Twitter, he was saying like for where the state of music was at that particular time, 1980 was a good ass year. So I was like, okay, now it's time to get into it. So I already knew like, you know, some of the top stuff. Like I love my Stevie, my Jacksons, Prince, and then there were the others that came up during that time. And then also another reason why I was like so excited for like to go through that journey, because like while you got your R&B coming up, you also got your other people that are like trying to find their way. Some of them are like hanging in the background, singing backgrounds, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
That were like, yep. And then certain people that were like on the come up, like on their way to being discovered and stuff like that. And by the time you get to like the end of the decade, it's a completely different, like kind of, how to put it, like a certain type of people that are just on your radar at that particular time. So like that 80s journey was just like, these are like the main people here. And then these people on the come up, this one's kind of falling off a little bit. This one's on the rise. This one's on the way. Like that was just it was just a completely fun journey. And then I also picked 1980 because I pretty much, my spirit was like, okay, it's time to wrap this thing up. So I was like, you know what? Why not pick 1980 to make this like all come full circle? So that was the reason I picked 1980 because it was just a good year. It was a great way to start the 80s, even though, the future was kind of uncertain at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what was so funny before you get it? This was funny because me and Alise was talking, so we was like, well, what? We got to get Kemani so he can get back on the show. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. So I hit him and I was like, well, Kemani, what year you thinking? Now, before I even asked you, Kemani, your auntie here was like, well, push him towards 1980, 19 that. And I was like, so that's why, Kemani, I said, when you told me 1980, I said, oh, shit. I didn't even have to say nothing. And I hit Alise. I was like, Alise, he chose 1980. She was like,
that's Auntie's baby.
It was funny because I didn't even say nothing. I was just like, Kemani, what year you chose? You was like, what about 1980? I said, ain't this a bitch? Ain't this a bitch? I was like, Alise, girl. I was like, he chose 1980. She was like, I know my nephew will be choosing. I know he would. I knew we on the same page. So that's why I flipped. I was like, wow, this is because she wanted me to push you towards 1980, but when you chose it, there was no need. I said, well, all right then. I was like, at least I didn't have to say nothing.
That was the universe right there, yeah.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, I just had to say that, but yeah.
They go, hey, Mary.
Yeah. Mary. So, all right. So we clearly know what the landscape, like Kemani said, it was definitely uncertain coming out of out of 79. It was definitely uncertain because of this whole thing, disco sucks. Mm-hmm. So we know that was definitely racism, homophobia, like all of that. Yep. So we really didn't know what route we would take it. And this is just my opinion. This is going to be some honesty. I'm going to jump in there. Like, y'all don't know me to be honest. But I felt like in the 70s, black music ran pop music, period. We ran it, and that's just what it was. And I felt like the white executives, because let's be real, y'all, the music industry is very racist.
That part.
Very. And I felt like they felt like we were running it. We had them funk bands was eating the charts up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like all of it, even though you had Metallica and Aerosmith, they had to deal with Earth, Wind and Fire, Ohio Players, Kool in the Gang, honestly, like BT Express, like all of these bands they had to deal with. Plus our solo artists that Marvin and Stevie and, Diana was doing her little thing. And then, I had to do it. But yeah, it was like we were rocking and I felt like they felt some type of way. And I think that's why it was like disco sucks. And y'all know after this became the new wave.
New wave. Mm-hmm.
The new wave. And what Alise said, what did you say the new wave was, sis? Because you said you went in on the show. Like one of our shows we did, and Alise went in about what the hell new wave was.
Oh, R&B light.
Aha!
But I mean,
that's why those new wave songs connect to black audiences. Mm-hmm. But quiet as it's kept, a lot of times the writers, producers, and the bands that was playing or working with them were what? Us.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
What up, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis? What up? You know?
That part. So yeah, so I think once we got into 80, it was just like, oh boy, like now it's like we need a whole new sound. Obviously, technology is different. So what comes in? The drum machine, you know, all of that. So it's like now a lot of our production, we don't need our session musicians anymore. That's what a lot of that was coming out, even though it was still there.
Right.
Two of the ones I picked, oh yeah, them musicians was in the studio with them. But stuff was changing then. You know, the synthesizers was really playing a role in this. You know what I mean? So that kind of happened, and then the experimental stuff really started, and it began in 1980. You know what I mean? But thank God we had like producers like the Leon Silvers that was with, you know what I mean, with the Whispers and coming in with Shalimar and doing all of that. You know what I mean? So it's still we still had us, because that's why they call it post disco. You know what I mean? The post disco era, and then like y'all said, then we having Kashif that's about to come in, and we having all of these. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis about to make a splash to come in. Right, you got and then you got Prince, and then you got Prince creating the sound. But I always said what I liked about Prince is, and that's what people don't understand, the difference between Michael and Prince. I feel like, to me, Prince went a lot more over that rock side than Michael did. So it was easier for Prince to he black, but it was a little easier for him to be in that new wave conversation. Because like Alise said, it's R&B light. You know what I mean? But Prince is actually black and actually doing the music. But you know, them other bands like, you know, them Tears for Fears and all that, because we know a lot of them because it's easy. Right. It was a basic light, veggie light,
and vegan.
but I think it's to the point so bad right now that them girls don't even want you to call them R&B singers. I just saw a thing yesterday. I can't remember which of the new girls. She's like, don't call me R&B, even though her music is explicitly R&B. But don't call me R&B. I'm this.
I forgot what
that. I can't remember, but it was one of the newer.
Okay.
Girls, I gotta find it. The name. I ain't just talking out my head.
You talking about Mariah the Scientist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. And other ones have said it too, but that's recently.
Got you.
You use So no. So so that was that. So we was in that state. So I'm glad, Kemani, you picked it. So we could, because another thing, I like the fact that I put up Michael for the
Hey, Anita.
Happy Sunday.
Oh God. But I'm glad, because Michael just came out with Off the Wall. When he said burn this disco out, that shit was true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was real. Like, after him,
man,
it was just like nobody really cared. And you can't deny, I'm sorry, as much as people want to say, Off the Wall is a disco album, that shit is just funky, is R&B, is pop, it's whatever.
You know what? I think what I hated, and it happened again with Neo Soul, is of them categorizing it disco, and it just was R&B.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thick R&B, like.
Yeah.
You hear every instrument on every song.
I was just about to say, and then you added a whole like a break in there so people can dance, and that was it. Yeah. It wasn't nothing different.
Disco was just.
Actually, and you know what's funny? I actually thought about burning disco out the other day, while I was prepping for this, and I was thinking, you think it was intentional for that to be the last track on that record?
Knowing Quincy and Michael, could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. Because again, that's good, Kemani. Yeah. Come on, somebody. With them knowing what was going on in the industry and all of this kind of stuff, the industry is very small. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was just like knowing what the heck was about to pop off. So, and then the album came out in August 10th. They did the whole thing about Disco Sucks in July.
Right.
So Mike and them was like, "Oh, word, y'all want to burn this disco out? Well, we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? We'll take it, and we gonna make you groove. Why? Y'all can be out there throwing all this stuff and doing all this, but please, we gonna make y'all groove to it. The same people that was doing in that baseball field probably had off the."
I was waiting on you.
I do not like it here.
I can't take it.
But I love it here, but I don't like it here. Oh my God. Oh, Timothy, when you stop, I really am hungry though.
QMJ, the Shady Kings. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And they act so like, oh, me? I wasn't being shady. No, y'all being shady. Y'all was like, we gonna burn this disco out right here.
Amen.
For real. So yeah, so that's why I put up the thing about, because with Twitter, people be ready to respond to shit. That's why I made sure. We know this was released in 79, people. We know this. We know it, but in 80, for the first 6 weeks of 1980, Rock With You with that record. You know what I mean? So you still had them 1979 records actually coming into 80, still doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? So, so I just wanted to say that, give y'all a little bit of, a little back thing. But we gonna let Kemani start this off. Wow. And what song you starting off with? Where you going? What we doing?
What song? Oh man. I know this one came out like late 1980, almost around Christmas. So I went with "Yearning for Your Love," Gap Band.
Oh yeah, I got that over there. Yeah.
I listened to it before I got on here. I was like, man, it just might be, aside from Outstanding, this might be my favorite Gap Band song.
Yeah, mine.
Just how good it feels, the musicianship on it, the way Charlie sings it.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, it's just so.
That guitar. Yeah.
It's
beautiful.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder because what you call it wrote that, right? No, Ronnie wrote that. Ronnie wrote that one, or did
Ronnie and Oliver Scott.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know if it was what's his name? I didn't know if it was. Damn it! I forgot his damn name. Who was it? God, I suck. What's his name?
Who?
Charlie, Uncle Charlie.
Oh. The same person. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm like, what is his name? There's me, y'all. But y'all judging, but it's cool. It's all right.
It happens.
You are. Y'all are. It's fine. It's fine.
Y'all know what the meaning of the name behind the Gap Band?
Oh,
it was the Greenwood Archer Pike, right? It was like 3 streets in Tulsa.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It was Greenwood, Archie, and Pine Band.
Pine. I said Pike. I meant Pine.
Yeah. Even though it started out as a joke. Like, they thought it was a joke. Like, they would just started out as a joke, but eventually it just went. They was like, well, fuck it. We would call ourselves the Gap Band. Cool. You know what I mean? So that's crazy, yo. I was gonna go for that, but I was like, I had a feeling. I was like, Kemani gonna pick that.
Yeah, and this is my second favorite Gap album too. Gap Band 4 is my main favorite. But
I think that's what everybody's. Yeah,
that's everybody. Oh, okay.
People's favorite is 4.
Early in the morning.
Yeah, I think people choose between 3 and 4.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, especially specifically the first, because I know they had a bunch of before, like the Gap Band 1, and Get Back 2, Get Back 3, like in the early 70s, I think.
Yeah.
So I kind of mistake the whole thing, like, oh, this was the third one, but nah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was the end. They ended it right. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Because what was the first single was what? Burn Rubber?
It might have been Burn Rubber. I'm not completely sure. I think it was Burn Rubber.
Okay.
And that's so Stevie. That's such a Stevie coded song.
I was just about to say, ain't it? Like that man's DNA is in like everything.
Yeah. Like he loves him some Stevie. And it was so fitting. First time I heard the song was when Stevie did Burn Rubber at the BET Awards at the Charlie tribute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that makes all the sense.
Yeah, all the sense. And they some background ain't gonna stand for it too. So it's like I'm guessing they might have borrowed a little bit of energy from each other a little bit.
Could have been. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good one. Good pick. Good pick.
All right. Well, I want to talk about this lady right here.
Well, we might as well stay there because that's one of mine too.
What? Because what? We can talk about it.
Because LOVIN MONEY ain't got nothing to do with it.
It had nothing to do
with
Yeah. Oh, ask me what I mean. Yeah. This is the album that officially made me a fan.
And it's her favorite.
It's
her favorite.
Yeah, listen to it.
Because she was like, she produced this album by herself.
Yeah.
There was no help from Rick. There was none of that. It was all her. Sure. And this album is just so amazing to me. It's my favorite Teena Marie album anyway. It's my favorite. But yeah, that I Need Your Lovin'. I'm just gonna yell horns. That's all. I don't gotta yell it, but horns. Like the way Ray Woodard played on this joint. Oh my God. And then the solo part. Like, and you don't get that on the radio edit at all. Because I mean, it's so long of a break, you're not gonna get that. You need the whole 7 minute and 1.
Oh, yes.
7 minute and 1 second. Yes, God. I Need Your Love. I love it so much. I wish my mom was here. You know, she here in the beginning, but that's the first song, like with me and her, when we like it's Friday and we ready to groove, we throw that on. And we get up and start partying. So when me and Alise was in Memphis, and I think everybody was chilling, and we threw that record on, and I think me and Alise kind of lost our mind.
And that's how you open the album too. Like
open the album like that. Like how she wrong for this?
I don't forgot who played bass on this.
Bass.
Dude,
was it
Alan? I forgot how to pronounce his name.
Who played the bass?
I was on here. Arrangements. I did not know that.
Ask me what I need.
I don't know. Because they don't even show who played the bass on it.
Yeah, it might have been the dude he was working with, Alan McGreer, I think his name was.
Could have been. That's a good one. That could have been. But this album, like, I love. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Alan McGreer. That could have been him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him. He's the only one you see is playing bass on the album anyway, so it gotta be him.
And this
it gotta be him.
Yeah, this is such a funky record. Like,
oh my God! And then you go into Young Love.
And
then First Class Love.
First Class Love.
What?
Hearing that with my good headphones?
Listen here.
Oh, that's the funkiest song on the record to me.
Yes.
Did y'all realize that I Need Your Lovin' is a cover?
A cover?
Say what?
A cover.
Who?
Oh my Lord!
You learned something new
today. Wait.
Oh no, I'm wrong.
Okay,
I was looking at the wrong song.
Gotcha.
I was about to be like, wait a minute.
I was like,
my bad. Strike that from the record.
You could.
I'm about to say you learned something new. I was ready. Me and Kemani was like, word.
I was looking at another song with the exact name, and I didn't realize I had.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
I love Chains.
Chains.
You know what song I think is a sleeper on this album too?
What you got?
You Make Love Like Springtime. You make love like springtime. Dun, 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 dun.
That's amazing. Man.
Oh, I don't ever think of it as a sleeper, but yeah, I guess
I played that so much while I was in 80, so like,
yeah,
I was traveling.
But yeah, I love that song. You Make Love.
I need to choke a whole day.
Yes.
Like as much as I love, I Need Your Love, that actually might be my. Well, no, I think the horns on I Need Your Love and put it higher than that.
Yes. And then I just love the video of when she was performing it on Soul Train American Bandstand. It was American Bandstand.
Them kids were.
They were what?
They was
Teena with her little yellow shirt and just grooving, yo. I was like, go ahead, Teena.
Go ahead, Teena.
Yeah, so she's a Lady T. So she said she dedicated this album to her dad. So that's why it's really personal to her. You know what I mean? So good pick, sis, even though that was one of my picks too.
My.
But we can stay. But I love Irons in the Fire. I just love it. I love how she sound on that record too.
Oh, the title, yeah.
And then how it just ends.
It's so beautiful.
It gives you deja vu flavor from her Wild and Peaceful. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
and it kind of gives you like a glimpse into her own life and her own spirituality as well. So it's such a beautiful song.
Good pick, sis. Good one. All right, mine. I'm going to go with Hot Butterfly. Hey, I'm so happy by Miss Chaka Khan.
I know you were gonna pick that one too. I was like,
yes, because you know I love Naughty. This is my favorite album from her. Favorite album from her. If somebody wants to come on Catch That and talk about this album, I would love it. Thank you very much. But
see, like I told you, he swear he me.
All right. I love that song, and I hope y'all know that this song was actually a cover. Now we can talk about it being a cover.
You talking about Hot Butterfly?
Yes, it's a cover. It's by Greg Diamond, which Luther actually sung the lead on it.
Ionic Boogie, yeah. So
Sissy knew to bring him in to sing background on the song because it's his song. It's Luther's song. And a lot of people, I see this on comments and all this on YouTube. Everybody thinks that Whitney sung background on it, and she didn't. Whitney didn't sing background. She sung background on Our Love's in Danger. And Clouds.
That's
the two that she did. Nelson Greg Diamond, he's kind of like a Norman Connors. That's what he's kind of like. A Greg Diamond. He's like that. So that's why, and you know how they get vocalists to do, their songs and stuff. So that was him. So again, showing that Luther paid his damn dues, this is, mind you, this is because the song came out, 78? That was the original version, the 78. Then he did this. He doing stuff with David Bowie. Then he's singing with Change. Like Luther is paying his due. That's why when he came out in the next year with Never Too Much, it had to hit. It had to. This man paid his dues. He was singing over everybody's stuff. And at first, I thought this was Chaka's song, but I loved the song so much. I was like, wait a minute now. And then I was like, this is a cover. Oh, shit. And I'm like, Luther singing it. I was like, oh, shit. I think, Chaka said Luther did some background. Okay. Maybe that's what it was. Wow. Maybe that's what it was.
Okay.
Because everybody swore to God that Whitney sung on I'm Every Woman, right? That Sissy and Whitney sung on I'm Every Woman. That's what it said, but
okay. I forgot. Oh golly.
Oh God, Jesus. Don't I'm gonna do you, Tim. Don't give Chaka too much. Don't do Don't you dare. Lisa, don't you dare. Don't you dare either. Don't you dare.
I have not said nothing in the last 5 minutes.
Ain't no need. No need. And you see, this is your brother. Check what he just said. Your brother just add more fuel to the fire. He actually gonna say it, fool.
Have you met Neltron one time?
One time. But Naughty, this is my favorite album from her. I think it's so chill. It's such a chill album. This is an album where, back then the girls was, how Timmy just said it, I'm gonna use what he said. They all in the house cooking fried chicken, and Naughty is on, and they all singing along, and they playing cards, and they just having a good time while listening to this album because it's just so smooth. You know what I mean? And for me, I think everybody go with What You're Gonna Do For Me, which we did an episode with Mark on Catch That. It's my favorite Catch That I've done. You know what I mean? Because I just Mark loves Chaka, just like Mr. Scott do. And, he went in on that episode, and I learned a lot on that episode. I love to learn. So learning that because I love Naughty. So I was like, how you going to show this? And I just love, get ready, get set. Yes, move me, no mountain. Chaka singing down.
Just love me, baby. That's my part.
And then Luther shines on Nothing's Gonna Take You Away. Luther shines down on that joint.
Mike is just turned on.
You know what I always, when I listen to What You Did, I always be wanting a rapper to do a 16 on that joint.
Ooh.
Like I do, like the way the beat is in. Like back then, I could see maybe Curtis Blow on it.
Ooh,
this is 1980.
Chaka
actually helped hip hop anyway. 4 years later?
Come on now,
but not of her own volition. Remember, she ain't like that shit.
Yeah, she ain't like it. That's right. She didn't like it. That's right.
Like most people don't like they biggest song, and they be like, "Wow, that blew up. That's the one I
like." Right. But it's so crazy because I got into Chaka on my own because my mom and my family really didn't like Chaka like that. They didn't like her at all. So I actually got into her on my own. And baby, when I just heard this Naughty, when it came in with Clouds, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Ashford and Simpson, man. Like, just the way it came in, like, like it's still funky, but it's still a smoothness to it. Yeah. And I think, like Mark said in our episode, they got Ashford and Simpson back because they might have thought it was going to be another I'm Every Woman. You know what I mean? And it's not that. You know what I mean? It's not that. And I think your first song on your album should say how the album is going to be. Right. And for me, Cloud starts it off. And this is the type of mellow vibe you're going to get. So, yes, I had to talk about, this song and just this whole album, and I love it. Like I said, if anybody want to come on and Catch That to do this album, I'm here for it. Thank you.
Yeah, you think Clouds is a mellow song? How?
To me, the way that I'm talking about musically to me.
Dun, dun, dun. It's very it's like a groove in it.
It's real, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the right word.
It's a steady groove, but it still has like that.
It's a groove.
A heavy bottom.
Groove.
Yeah, that's what it is. A heavy bottom. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. That's what I meant. Wrong words, y'all. Wrong words. Sorry.
And wait, the Average White Band played on this one too, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And can we say this too? Chaka was working her ass off. They worked her.
Oh yeah.
You hear me? It worked her down because it was like she just did Rufus in 77, then came out with her album in 78, right? Or 79.
The solo, the debut, that was 78.
78.
Yeah,
then she goes back to Rufus for Master Jam. Then she does Naughty. Then she goes back with them. Then comes back and do What You Gonna Do For Me.
Wow.
Then she do Stump at the Savior joint the Savoy joint with her. That was in 80.
83.
Yeah, 80. Yes. Even though she brought out the Chaka Khan album in 82. Then after that, it was just like she worked. It was like eventually Chaka just had to go solo. There was no way. She was burning herself out. Maybe that's why she had to.
That's like from 77.
Do some things.
Yeah. That's wow. My goodness.
Oh, we keep freezing on y'all?
Oh, really? Oh no.
Like it's fine now. I just pulled up YouTube, but it was freezing before.
Oh, come on, Steve, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that to us.
Don't do this to us.
Okay.
Oh, come
I can
on.
hold steady for right now. So
Okay.
we'll keep rolling.
All right.
Okay, yeah, right. All right, so I got mine. So it's on you, Kemani. It's on you.
Okay. All right. So this is another album. I believe it came out just like Jill Scott's debut. It came out on my birthday of this year, 1980. Joy and pain.
Yes.
Lord.
Y'all is not playing, dog. Come on, Kemani.
Oh yeah.
What year did Rob Bass do the
88.
88?
Oh, okay.
Because every time I hear it, I only think of Rob Bass. Pump it up, pump it up. Keep it going, keep it
going. What is the thing? Oh, shoot. Yeah. So yeah, so what? I mean, is that your favorite from them, Kemani?
It just might be actually. For a bunch of reasons. Well, of course, you got to change the times, look in your eyes, family, which is the underrated one, Joy and Pain, Southern Girl.
I was just about to say that, Southern Girl.
No, I like that.
Yeah, and I think this is the one that really like pushed them to like a higher, to a higher ground as far as like when as a band. Like, you know, they debuted in '77, you know, with Happy Feelings and While I'm Alone, Look at California. That record was great.
Look at California, man. Look.
I haven't heard that in a minute, actually. I gotta go back and.
That's one of my very favorite Mays, featuring Frankie Beverly.
That's a real good one. And then of course Golden Time of Day, and then Feel That You're Feeling, which is my favorite Mays song. And then, you know, you get to this, it's like, okay, they're here to stay for good. For like as far as the and of course I think they recorded the Live in New Orleans record that same year, like later that year, to keep pushing this. So like they were just on another, they're just in another state of mind at this point, you know, as far as being a band, musicianship, you know, it's just so tight and they're just so groovy. You know, Frank, you know, got the cap, you know, he's driving, come on, yeah, like it's not a game. It's not a game with Frank. Like one thing about Frankie, he will make sure that groove tight. So
yes,
this is definitely my favorite.
I don't have a New Orleans live. I had a live in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles. Oh, okay.
And Look at California on this one.
Oh.
The Look in Your Eyes is my favorite off that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I love the Look in Your Eyes. Like you said, Frankie gonna make sure it's tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And but my favorite Frankie Beverly Mays joint is Happy Feelings off the debut. Mm. Like that song just and they say you go to a Frankie Beverly and Mays concert, he don't even have to sing. And he just be like, and the whole crowd, it's like you feel everybody is just singing along. It's just happiness. Everybody's happy, all of this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's just great. It's just so great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, extra live from New Orleans. Oh my baby.
Oh. Come on, the Mason Dixon line. That's such a funky record.
Oh God! And then for him to do that, then for Rob Bass to do that, to show a younger generation about that, like that's how you.
bridge that gap.
You bridge that gap. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope. That's dope. Damn, come on. I forgot about this album for real. I forgot this came out in 80.
Yeah.
That's a good.
It's another one of them joints that's the title track. You know, you can hear that drum machine. You were talking about the drum machine coming into play.
Yes.
Like that one, and then of course like the synthesizers. I love that synth lick on Southern Girl, and then the melodic line on Look in Your Eyes, like yeah. It just Nigeria just has a certain like vibe to it. It's like we're incorporating this new stuff. We don't know where it's going, but we're trying it out.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder if it in the 80s, what made it different about synths and all that coming in is if they learn on real instruments, like woodwind, brass instruments,
right,
and things, and then that came, so they were able to use it in a different way. As opposed to people who learned on synthesizers and drum machines.
Gotcha.
They weren't able to bring the same flavor as these 80s tunes.
Gotcha.
Because in the 90s, everything started getting stripped down. So it wasn't that same mix.
Yeah. Makes sense, girl.
And then when the 2000s came, it's like it stripped all of it out. I guess it was necessary for them to call things neo soul because they had started getting real. I keep going back and forth with that term because I get it, and I could see the soul was kind of leaving stuff, and it was like just bring it back. Love hate shit with that term.
That's me. You sound just like me. I have a love and hate relationship because I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But then I'll be like, well, why? It ain't new. It ain't nothing new about soul. It's soul and that's it. But you see why it was needed because everything was getting stripped. Yeah. But the artists that they were putting in there, you had that same feeling. Like Alise said, Maxwell and D'Angelo was giving us what we like from Marvin and Stevie and all of this. So that real instrumentation was in there. Nobody else wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Damn, Alise. You right.
That was a really good
I
point.
go back and forth about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Alise.
I mean, come back to me.
Oh, well, I can get mine. I can do mine. Teddy P's.
Ooh.
Teddy P's 1980s album. Yes. I would have had mine, but the lady that y'all saw that was here wouldn't let me take it. So I only have his solo debut. That's all I got.
That's the one I need.
I have that. I love that too. But this one, again, a lot of people don't discuss Teddy P's reign that he had. And that 1977 to 82 was nothing to play with. And it was like, this was number 3. It was like he was on fire. You know what I'm saying? Was this number 3? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth. The fourth Teddy P solo album. Teddy P, Life is a Song Worth Singing, the Teddy album, and then this. So with this, I would say my favorite is It Still Good to You? And he starts the album off with that too. And I think everybody on this knows Love Like a TKO and Feel the Fire with him and Stephanie.
Amen.
JR, you know that's my song. Is it still good to you? I love that song. I love his verse. I love Ashford and Simpson. I just love that song.
Me too. I love it when Patty and Luther did it.
That's my favorite.
It's dramatic. Yeah. And everybody who's done it has done it.
It's dramatic. Yeah. Because I love when Luther and Patty did it. You know them two dramatic souls.
Man.
Ain't gonna do nothing. I love the part in when that background singer is looking at Luther like he's looking like, I don't even know what to say. Like I'm just, and I'm like, dude, maybe you're supposed to be singing with Luther right now. He's looking amazed, like
this is a dream come true right now. Like,
right, like I love that. I love that. Yeah, but him and Stephanie did 2 joints. I have to say this. As much as people love the solo of love the duet of Feel the Fire, I like Stephanie's solo by herself because that's how I was introduced to Stephanie. So I have an attachment to just her doing it. Gotcha. But her and Teddy got together and they just ran off of each other. Like she said on a show that we ain't never gonna talk about no more. She was on there doing an interview, and she had to tell Teddy, nigga, let's get this song done. Like, stop playing. Nigga, let's get this song done. You know what I mean? Or like, people wouldn't eat without Teddy. She said, nigga, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. You know
it is time.
Gather quick. You know what I'm saying? So out of the 2 duets, I like Take Me in Your Arms Tonight more than I do Feel the Fire. So
I don't like Steph. I talked about this before. I don't like the Teddy and Stephanie version.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that, yes.
I like I like the other versions. I like the original.
Peebo. Yeah.
Peebo.
Shout out to Peebo.
Yes. Yeah. My order is the Peebo, then the Stephanie solo, and I don't. Let me take that back. I don't dislike the duet, but I think the other versions reign supreme.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like it. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, people ate the fuck out of that though.
He's still doing it.
Yes, like that's why even him and doing COVID, him and Stephanie got on live and they was talking about it, and he was like, "Well, you did your thing." Stephanie was like, "Well, you did it first." Like she was like, "Me coming after you." Like what?
Wow.
Just for science, I would have loved to hear how what they would have did together.
That would have been so. Oh yeah.
Shoot, they both still got their voices. They can still make it happen.
Hey, Stephanie and Peebo.
They both have theirs. Like they not, they ain't have to take it down a key or nothing. They are still singing at this level. That's wild.
A lot of people do, but Stephanie and him, Stephanie and Peebo, y'all on Twitter, y'all on Instagram. Can y'all please do this together just for us? We just want y'all to do that. But this Teddy album, he was on his run. You can't. Teddy was on his run and he could not be stopped. And he came in the 80s saying, I'm still here. So fellas, I got y'all. You know what I mean? So I love it. So is it still good to you? I just love it because, like Alise said, it's very dramatic, and clearly I will understand it so much. Come on, Teddy is a dramatic singer too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jay, one time I was at your house and I couldn't get that shit out of my head, and I kept singing.
Yes.
Or maybe on a live. I couldn't stop singing.
It might have been when you were here. It might have been.
Like for a solid 24 hours. I don't know how JR put up with me.
Oh my God.
Listen, at least the songs be good.
That part.
Because listen, and if they was bad, even in my own house, at least if I'm singing a bad song, she'd be like, bruh.
Cut it off.
She'd be like, bruh, nah. I'll be like, wait a minute, I'm in my house. Why can't I sing? No.
And to be fair, when I go to JR house, he don't run the music.
No, I don't. I don't run my music. No. Timogen has experienced this. I don't run it.
Who run this?
She do. And it be good. So I'll be like, what the hell? I ain't gonna say shit. Go ahead. Run the motherfucker. Like, whatever. You know
I do run it in the car most of the time, though. You pick out.
Yes, in the car.
Well, you'll ask my input, but that's your demand. I don't fool people in their car. That's yours.
Right.
That's fair.
Right. Even though, y'all, when we went to pick up Tim from PA, Alise ran it then too.
I was tired and real cranky
Yeah, when we were coming back on the way, you let me run it, but on the way back, you took control of it, and we was all singing along. That's for sure. So it worked.
Amen.
It worked. So Teddy P, that was my pick.
Wow. And matter of fact, you can make the argument like his run actually was like from 72 to 82, a whole 10 years.
If you want to be technical, yes.
You want to be technical, like.
That's why I'm like, you can't dismiss Teddy P's impact.
Right.
You can't. You know what I mean? Because him with a group, and then he did the damn thing right after.
And even
straight bangers.
Right. And even if the accident didn't happen, like what if? There's what if, and then also, even if the accident didn't happen, his legacy was already solidified.
Already, because he was already 10 years strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man. All right.
Okay. I'm ready this time.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah!
And of course.
Yes.
But my cut that I play almost daily to this day is "Here We Go Again."
Here we go again.
And it's all different kind of playlists, so it's a good utilitarian record.
Don't say good night.
That was that was the first time that made me fall in love with this album, actually. Then and then it was "Here We Go Again." It was on my Discover Weekly on Spotify back in like 2016. Playing it, I was like, man, that's such a good song, Alise.
It is. It is. That's crazy. Me and Alise was talking. Yeah, we were talking about this song this week, weren't we? Yes. Okay.
I talk about that song a lot.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, I know we were talking about "Here We Go Again" for some reason.
Yes. So aunties love this song. Here we go again. Put that on. Watch what happens.
Oh yeah. And Ronald just prime Ronald. He was just floating on the track.
He was showing off.
Yeah, he was. And was.
That's God.
And was showing off.
Yeah, I love his vocal. Yeah, I love this particular vocal performance.
Yes.
I mean, on the whole album, honestly, he's like really.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. It's up there.
It's definitely up there.
Good pick, Alise.
Yeah, because I'd say 3+3. Heat is on.
Yeah, 3+3.
And then this.
Lord.
Yeah. So 3+3. Good Lord, have mercy. Another group that was killing it in the 70s.
Oh yeah, and carried over to the 80s with Ease too.
And the 60s.
And the 50s. They did 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Rest in peace, Rudolph.
Yeah. A band that could not be
a little
fooled
bit
with.
early artist child. Now it really ain't nobody that could say that.
Not a lot of artists at all.
Not at all. No.
I can't think of anybody off top except maybe like a Elton John.
Now, is this true? And I'm hearing that.
Like that multi-decade of making new songs that
got you.
Yeah.
That's what I knew.
I just wanted to ask y'all, since you brought up Elton John, I heard that he was really a plant for Barry White. Is that true? Y'all think that's true?
Oh.
I was seeing a lot of stories about him.
Describe what you mean by that.
They were saying that
maybe I don't understand.
Okay, with Barry was he came out and was just him on the piano and all this kind of stuff and all this. They saying that was Elton John was the answer for him. To kind of like, of course, get that mainstream vibe, and then to keep Barry down here.
Oh,
and like I'm reading a lot about this, and I wanted to ask y'all because I'm like, I don't know if I could agree to that, but I'm like,
yeah, because I'm trying to think about Elton John's style in my head.
Yeah, like his style was
I don't hear
us anyway. So it's like,
yeah,
could it? But I'm like, I wanted to ask y'all opinion. What did y'all think? I wanted to ask this like maybe a couple of months ago, but then I started seeing some stuff resurface again. So when you brought up Elton John, I was like, y'all think he was the answer for Barry White? Because you know the industry, they do like to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, they very blatantly do that. I'm just thinking about it. I don't have an opinion. I need to look first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, y'all just kind of.
I haven't heard that, so your algorithm.
That was new to me. Yeah.
Your algorithm.
Honey.
I'm like, I ain't. But then I be like, wow, that like.
Honey, hush. Yes, and I got this from Instagram. Like on Instagram, I was seeing that a lot, and I'm like, so when it came up again, I was like, damn, like, is it true? You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all can do some research and try to see maybe if it's right or wrong or whatever, and form your opinion to it. So I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, because I definitely don't recall Elton John having his own orchestra that was roll with him and stuff like that. So
true that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was just my question. Sorry. Back to the Isley Brothers. I'm sorry.
All right.
Did y'all know this was originally supposed to be a Isley Jasper Isley record?
No.
It was supposed to be the first one because the brothers, the older brothers, Rudolph, Kelly, Ron, they were in their little thing, and then Chris and Ernie and Marvin, it was kind of the division between those two departments. And they were on the verge of like kind of breaking up, but somehow they kept it together and came out with this. But it was just Chris Jasper and Ernie Isley, like they were writing most of the tunes during this period, so they was like, okay, let's just do our own thing because nothing's really going right. So this was, I think, this was gonna be the last. This was supposed to be the last one, but they just carried on through, and then between the sheets, it was like, okay, I can't do this no more. It's over.
Yeah. Because that's the next one, ain't it?
No, they had like 3
hours after then. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I think Grand Slam.
Yeah, Grand Slam, and then Inside You, Real
right,
Good, and then Between the Sheets.
Right.
Okay. In that they was you could tell someone was missing.
Wasn't right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They got it right Between the Sheets. That was a kind of a nice way to exit things, but
to end it, yeah.
The Isley collection.
Oh, it's stacked.
I moves with the Isley Brothers.
That was so funny on when Neltron was bringing up the Earth, Wind, and Fire joint, and it was like people were shitting on the Isleys, and I just remember I let Alise just go. I got out of the screen and I said, "Show all of them."
Oh. You're talking about the verses?
Yes, people was acting like Earth, Wind, and Fire was going to destroy the Isley Brothers.
My bad, that's intro.
We love you, Candy. Rest in peace.
Yes. Yes. So Alise, because we were seeing a lot of it, and Alise was pissed. So she was like, "Oh no, what we're not gonna do?"
I was going off. I was like, "Oh, they ain't got enough songs." I was being very ratchet.
And I moved out. I wasn't even in the screen. I let Alise have it. I was like, "Go." And I have nothing to say.
And you know what's crazy? What I was seeing on the
wait a minute, there's more.
And Jesus,
even the Motown.
I'm a fan.
The Motown 60s.
I love that.
Love it.
Oh, wait a minute. One more.
And one more. Come on, Showdown.
Come on now.
And you know what's funny? Like during that, one more. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's it for on.
My God. And you know what's funny about during the time when the verses was coming up?
Yeah.
What I was seeing on Twitter, they were saying that Earth, Wind, and Fire ain't have enough. I was like, y'all, don't play with my elements now. Don't play with my elements now. That's my favorite thing all time. I can't do it.
I love it. Yes, come on, you better.
We're not finna do this. And that I was getting into like the full discovery around that time too. So I was really 10 toes down for Earth, Wind, and Fire. I still am, but like it was real serious around that time. So yeah. And speaking of Earth, Wind, and Fire, wait, were you next
It's
year?
on you. It's on you.
It's on me?
What?
Oh, okay. Speaking of Earth, Wind, and Fire, Faces. This might be my favorite. Actually, at least like top 3. Like I usually toss up between All in All, I Am, and then this one. Because I think with Faces, it's like even though like the ones before that went platinum, this one only went gold. But like what's in this double album? It's like
Pride, Sparkle.
It's like shout out to Steve Harvey.
right.
Purple suit, golly. Oh
yes, Sail Away, Win or Lose.
Bro,
what?
So many great reps. Like
so many. I wonder why that didn't. But again, times were changing now.
Yeah, it was a lot of factors. I think I read Maurice's book earlier this year. He was talking about like, you know, of course, like things were changing, of course, and then I think Columbia wasn't really backing it like they should have, like they did the previous stuff. Mm-hmm. This one kind of fell under the wayside. Like, Let Me Talk is a crazy opening track. He said 50 million voices mumbling down the street, talking about the 80s and who it will mistreat. Like, bro, I was like, bars. I was like, they came in, they're trying to, okay, this is a new decade, but we still, I feel, and Maurice said this was his favorite. And he said, like, this is, you know.
Really?
Yeah, he said this one was his favorite. Yeah, because I think, and I kind of understand where he was coming from, because, like, you know, it's really, and this is like peak Earth, Wind, and Fire, as far as like the musicianship, the camaraderie. This is the last album with the classic lineup. Al McKay left the next year, and it was just tight, and it's really like a combination of everything that they did previously, all in one, is on this record. Like Take It to the Sky, that's like a continuation of That's the Way of the World. Like that's like a part 2, like a continuation. That's one of my. This is the song that put me onto this album actually, and maybe listen to the rest of it. Man.
Oh really? Oh, it was it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think Brandon Ousley talked about it on Twitter. It was like, oh, look at this, and it's just, and it gives you That's the Way of the World feeling. It's in the same key and everything.
It does. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Oh, turn to something good. That's a good one. It carried me through the, you know, things I was going through last year. Like and turn to something good. Like such a good record, man.
Yes. Song in My Heart too. Kemani
should have been a single.
What?
I will never understand why it wasn't.
Get it. Don't.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like this one definitely deserve better. It's so great.
But again, this is Columbia, and what are we doing again? What's about to come into this new wave? This new people are coming on Columbia. Out with the old, in with the new.
Right.
Now these labels now during this time with our bands is really depending on their legacy now. We're depending on the legacy rather than depending on these new songs and this. Because now we got these younger artists coming in that we're gonna back them rather than y'all. Y'all have the audience. Y'all have the this. We ain't gotta put too much money behind y'all anymore. We're gonna put it behind the new artists. And we got to 80, and that's what they did. Because how all them albums go platinum, and then this one just go gold.
Yeah.
And this is a great album. So how to?
I don't blame the industry on that though. That's the fans.
Ooh.
People don't like on legacy artists. They do not like to accept new music. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Which like all our 90s and 2000s people think like the SWBs and Ken Lattimore, people were not interested in the new material, even though the new material was really, really good. Some of it better than the old stuff. But that's a fan issue there.
Yeah.
You got a point, because Coco said that too, when she was like, everybody like, you gonna do new music? When we do it, y'all don't buy it. And then she said, then we try to do it when we do these songs on tour. Y'all be like, can we hear Week? Can we hear this? It's like, man. She like, then why are we gonna spend all of our money to do an album that we ain't gonna get nothing back from it?
Right.
Yeah. And then think shit. Oh, like really only the few exceptions is like Isley Brothers. Like people always was interested in their new music, but they also work with current producers too.
Right.
But still keeping their sound, but working with the current,
Yeah.
That's an exception to the rule. That is rare for any
Very
group
rare.
or singer to be able to do that.
Good point. Good point. It's not just the label; it's also the fans. It's the fans.
Yeah, and then the label is responding to how the fans, because they care about money,
right?
So they like people ain't gonna buy it, so why I'm gonna put something behind it? So I get that one from both ways.
True.
One of the few times I ain't gonna put it too much on the label, because it's the fans on that one. I'm not.
Well said.
I'm guilty of it a lot of times.
Oh yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, well said.
Oh yeah.
On you. Oh yeah, because me and Alise did we do our 2 apiece?
I think
Kemani.
It's all Kemani. Yep, go off.
Okay. So, you know I got to bring up my favorite group. No matter what.
I was waiting on that one. I thought that was gonna be first.
It's not in the stack. I thought it was in the stack. I gotta go back and get it. I gotta go back and get it. I'll be right back, y'all.
Well, I got one that I thought about.
What?
Give Me the Night by George Benson.
Oh, yes.
I love because I read Rob Templeton's autobiography. Thanks to our brother Vern. He got that for me. And when I read it, and to know that again, Quincy Jones was so into what the clubs and what the clubs was feeling, he wanted it to sound. So he said he took, after they finished mixing Give Me the Night, they took it to the club that night, and the club lost it.
Wow.
They played it 4 or 5 times because the club lost. That's when Quincy, Rob, and George Benson went to the club.
Wow.
Threw it on, and they went nuts. And that's when Quincy was like, I know we got a hit. I know we have a hit, because the club went crazy over it. Even though George really didn't even want to hardly even work with Rob Templeton and Quincy. Because jazz, they real iffy when it comes to R&B artists.
Right.
And R&B period, because they feel like R&B is a little stripped down.
Right.
Compared to jazz. We all know the genius Patrice Rushen went through this.
Yeah.
They hated that she would, Forget Me Nots came out. They gave her so much. Hell, they gave her for what was it? Off the 79 album, the hit off the 79 album. Y'all.
Haven't you heard?
They hated it. They hated it because they was like, what is this? Like, you doing that now? Even though music is music, people, but them jazz ones, they is hard. You hear me? But Give Me the Night is so dope. Which, what's the Patty Austin, another one that don't get her credit at all, don't get the respect she deserves, is on it. And them backgrounds she's given, that album wouldn't be what it is. And Quincy said they was really in. Rob Templeton said they was really in the studio just jamming. And they put it all together. And what's her name was there? Patty Austin was there. She was like, all right, you do these backgrounds, you do this. That's when the love of music, when you just want to make good music and nobody really cares. Right. You know what I mean? And then they went out and gave it to the clubs, and they loved it. Loved it down. You know what I mean? And that album is dope for real, because another favorite, I think me and Alise love this. Love this. Love time, love.
Oh, another Rod Templeton.
Yes, God. That's another one. Like, yeah, like the album was great. It was great, but I don't think George gets a lot of the credit he deserves either as a musician too. That's why that was another one that I thought about. So I agree, Tim. I totally agree. Agree.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
I agree totally
voice.
with that.
Yeah.
And she, I don't know what the labels wasn't doing, but
Well, yeah.
So give me the night. All night.
Tonight. Oh,
yes!
Yeah, that song is so complex and it's delicious and thick.
So that's what it is. It's so delicious.
Yeah. I love that.
And that's his most successful song on the pop charts.
Oh, not Masquerade? Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
What you call it was number 7 on the pop charts. That was his biggest pop record.
Wow.
Even though it's a groove, like what? Even though that the disco that they gave it still got disco elements in it, though. But y'all think Mike could have Mike could have did some background on that joint too.
I could definitely hear it.
I could definitely hear Mike on that joint. Yes.
Oh yeah, and two things about Giving the Night. I think one is every time I hear Giving the Night, I gotta play any upbeat joint by the Whispers around this time. Either Beat Goes On or It's a Love Thing. Especially if it's a love thing because it's in the same key. Like it's, I can hear the Whispers doing this one too. Like,
and it makes sense because they're doing it. That's how.
Yeah.
Come on, Kemani. You listen. I don't have nothing to say to you anymore.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh God. Because every time I play that record, I play and the beat goes on afterwards.
Oh, wow.
So for you saying it, that's how I was just like.
And that's another joint for 79 that carried over into 80. Yeah. And then another thing, you were talking about how like the jazz heads, like they kind of dismiss R&B in a way.
Yeah.
I think like when Kool and the Gang came out with like Celebration and all them other joints, I just know that they was just completely out. Like I can feel it now. How upset they would have been.
What all that heat they was getting? That was some heat they were getting from them. They wasn't hood. They needed to cool down for real. Because the heat they were getting from them musicians, them jazz ones, they like, what the fuck is this?
My God, today.
I'll form a guess. If you ever, Keith Murphy, if you ever want to piss him off, just tell him you love Kool and the Gang and you think they're the pinnacle of funk, and he will lose his whole. You don't even curse a lot. And I said so one day, he was like, man, fuck them. I'm like, wow. Well, I never.
My God. Oh, man.
I'm fine with them because it's all different kind of R&B and it's the more poppy one. And I'm fine with that.
Right.
I ain't got no problem with them. I ain't no mute. My little R&B, I ain't no like purist asshole sitting on top of my mountain.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Didn't that child remade that too?
Who?
That one that's, shaped like a board.
That was what did she? That was
did she? Was it that?
No, it was September.
Oh, you talking about Taylor? Oh,
you sound like with Desus and Mero. He was like, he said the same thing. He was like, oh, Taylor.
Wasn't it? Come on, it was terrible. It was terrible. I don't know who in her team made her do that, but that was disrespectful, and I ain't like her. Anyway,
just thinking about it, just yeah.
That was chicken that was just raw,
real dry,
no season at all. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, Neltron. It was very safe. Very safe. Oh, Timogen, please. What do you say with that?
But like, yeah, it was real safe. And no, their songs did get very annoying because it was just oversaturated. Especially Celebration. Good Lord.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day. Oh God! Y'all do that at the same time.
Oh, I knew. I felt. I was like,
because Too Hot is my song forever. That's my cut.
Mine too.
I love Too Hot.
Yes.
Ladies' Night, Too Hot. I get it.
Yes.
But by the time you get to like Joanna, Cherish, I'm like, okay.
Enough. Push.
Yeah,
I'm done. Yes. Y'all were playing it too safe.
I really hate Joanna.
I can't stand that song.
Oh.
I don't love Cherish, but I could stomach it. But that Joanna got the gal.
Oh, golly, man.
A mess.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah. Let me get off cool in the game before I get.
Ooh, that just leave a bad taste in your mouth. Ooh, go ahead, Kemani. Go to the next one.
In some way, form, or fashion, I gotta bring up my favorite group, right? Temps. This was their first album back on Motown after.
That's who I was waiting for. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Oh yeah, Power by the Temps.
Yes.
Went number 11 R&B.
Yes.
This is the first album back on Motown after a few down years in Atlantic.
Which was a mistake.
Yeah. And they brought Dennis back. Dennis was gone for a little bit. They brought Dennis back. Smokey set some things up. They got him back on Motown. And to come back with Power, that's a funky record too. Dennis is just
wailing.
Man, that Dennis Edwards was not to be played with.
That's why I said he was an amazing person after David, because he'd go down too. Like,
oh yeah, he just went full, and he a preacher's son too, just like how I mentioned with Johnny Gill. Like, you can't vocally when he just goes up, you can't stop him. You can only contain him. So,
shit, I mean, how does shit start with Melvin coming in? He
was just booming, pumping everything. Like,
right.
It was a good thing for them to start the decade. For what was to come for them, they had the reunion tour this decade. They had Treated Like a Lady.
You know what my favorite song off that, Kemani, dog?
Off this album?
Yes.
Oh, what's it?
Shadow of Your Love. So I could see Eddie Levert doing this song. To me.
I feel that.
To me. I can see Eddie doing this record. Wow. Like, eating it. It sounds like very OJ-ish to me.
Feel that.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, who did that? You know?
It's like, I'm seeing William Witherspoon, but let me see who wrote it. Shadow. That's on the B-side. Let's see. Who's his name? Teddy Rondazzo. Yeah, Teddy Rondazzo and
I mean, Eddie could have, came and did the Thug Thiz if they needed to, because they had Homie doing the falsetto like that. So I'm like, Eddie could have came in there and handled it, but by then Eddie was about to come back 2 years later. So so many they just got so many underrated. Excuse me. Like just like Go For It. Like that was one of my favorite. Like Go For It. Yes.
This is also the same year that they put out their second Christmas album. In my mind, I just had to get that out.
Yes.
Yeah, they put out the second Christmas album the same year, so it was a good year for them. For them to be back in relevance in a way.
And then going back to Motown, so they started right like that. Yeah,
and then later on you get Treated Like a Lady. They get some real back. Keeps them working.
Alise, you love that song, don't you?
Treated Like a Lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, you love that song.
I was just gonna say shout out to Shamika.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I adore that song.
Yes.
It's so corny and goofy, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Homie went off. He said, "I'm getting me a hit while I'm here."
Okay, listen.
He was like, "Y'all ain't gonna have me singing lead, and I ain't got no hit."
Mm-hmm.
So he ate that.
Oh yeah. I gotta get the Christmas album on vinyl too. That's.
Yeah, my mama got that too.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give her fever.
What else you got, Kemani?
What else we got? So, let's see. There were like two backups Brothers Johnson, Light Up the Night, and Larry Graham's "One in a Million Years." I love. This is actually a surprise. This one, as a whole, it's got some pretty good songs on it. I just bought it because I love the cover, but like, there's some good cuts on here too. Shout About Love, Time for You and Me. Like it kind of gives you that like, you know, a little bit of his roots, like when he was sliding Family Stone. It kind of gives you that feel, and then of like, you know, his stuff with Grand Central Station. So it was a good look. Nice little debut solo album for him. Yeah, but Quincy was a busy man in '80, wasn't he?
Talking about Rob Templeton, yes.
Yeah, Quincy and Rod. Yeah,
they were busy.
Yeah, you got Stomp. Yeah, you got.
I love Stomp.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Da-dum. Come on, horns.
That's another one. Oh, and
I'm still stuck on Larry Graham.
Oh.
Showed and sent to me a stroke cold.
You
1 in a million.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Oh.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all, like at all.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm good.
I love it. Oh, that's such a good ballad. But
oh my god!
Oh,
God, Drake. Wait, who?
Huh?
How is Drake related to Larry Houseway?
Oh, that's Oh, is he genuinely asking, or is it like?
Yeah, is it true? But he is.
His daddy looked like him.
Oh, gotcha.
Uncle nephew.
Yeah, my bad. I hate it here. You're right.
What were we talking about?
I have no idea. We were talking about yes, we were talking about Brothers Johnson. Yes.
Quincy was a busy man in '80.
Yes.
Of course. I love Treasure off of this.
Yes.
Treasure is such a beautiful song. It's very super underrated ballad. And I think Michael did them a favor singing background on This Had to Be. You know, he said, "Thank you, Lou, for giving me, for helping me on Get on the Floor."
Right.
Favor. So, yeah.
There was just a crew at that time, y'all.
Oh, yeah. I love that song. It was just such a click with that crew, like with Quincy and Rod and Brothers Johnson, Greg Fillinganes, and Patty Austin, James Ingram, like all that whole crew. Like they was holding it down for that first half of the '80s. Like they was.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
It was real tight knit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And then we got 3 more. My 80 collection is not as top heavy as 72 was, but we move. So let's move on with Prince's Dirty Mind.
What? Come on, Kemani.
I could have worn my shirt. I have a dirty
yes.
You have a Dirty Mind like shirt?
Yeah, not the cover, but it says Dirty Mind. It has the songs.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Thank you, Keith Murphy, for that. Yeah, the Ultimate Prince.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Every time I think about Dirty Mind now, I think about our episode with Keith, and he was throwing all them joints out there, and this joint was Dirty Mind, and he started putting all these names, and here go all these. Oh, I thought you was talking about me. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
I cannot even think about when I listen to this album now. It's like I laugh because Alise was a fool. He saying all these names for Dirty Mind, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about me." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wait, that was the Sign of the Times episode, right?
Yes, the Sign of the Time episode. Yes.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah, got that. Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Yes, I was like,
what
is wrong with her? Oh god.
Yeah, I don't have the what you call it? I do. Yeah, I have all their albums except for the one in 1980. Go for it.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
think I never buy it because I think I already have it, and then I get home and I be like, shit, I don't have it.
Mm-hmm. That's how it be. That is how it be. And I think, yeah, this was how do I describe this one? It's like, I wouldn't say like he kind of arrived, but like, because
that was just say, bitch, I'm here.
Yeah, that was like his
my black drawers and heels.
Right,
that's what I'm here.
Right, like the self-titled one was like, you know, I want to be a lover. He's on the map now. You know, the debut album was great, but the second album, I'm here on the map, and then this one's like, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm a little controversial, but I'm gonna be here for a while.
And what was the next album called after this?
Controversy. like he just completely like changed it, like mixing like, you know, it's like it's funk, it's new wave, it's a little bit a sprinkle of pop. You know, I was thinking I was playing Do It All Night before I got on here, and I was thinking, you know,
you were now. Oh, all right.
And with the way like his melodic choices, I think about like, you know how white people dance, like they have their arms up in there and then they reach up and grab something. I don't know what they're grabbing. It's like they're like just free. It's just like a very free. It's just a sense of freedom that they have when they do that. I'm just like, you know, it makes me think of a song like when he does songs like, you know, Do It All Night or like Let's Go Crazy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like that. Some like when he gets like in his pop bag, like Never Could Take a Place in Your Man, like that type of pop bag that he goes in.
Yeah.
Like, it gives me that. It gives me that. And then also like something as funky as like Uptown Party Up.
Uptown is so funky. We played that on our radio show.
Oh, really?
It's so funky. Yeah. Like oh god, that's actually one of my favorite Prince records because it's like it's so now listening to that, you kind of knew what was to come with him too, as far as musically. You know what I mean? I just love it because it's so funky, man. Like
and the way he just evolved as an artist in each era, like each one was different. Like there wasn't really like a set in stone, like it's still Prince, but like you got these different like incarnations of him. That's just cool. Yeah, like
Neltron, to the door. Goodbye. To the door.
I missed what he's saying.
To the door. To the door.
Beautiful heels, beautiful speedos. Come on, man.
Yo, y'all are a mess.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
Even though I love Uptown, but I love Head.
Oh, Head. That's another.
Did that even come out right?
It didn't. That's okay.
All right, because it didn't come out right. The song that I like is Head. There we go.
I think When You Were Mine is another good one. I love that one.
Oh yes, yeah. This album is so underrated. I think it's underrated. People kind of bypass it.
Really? You think?
I think so. Like I think people don't really even talk about the first one, For You.
For You? Oh.
A lot of people don't talk about that. So they go to the self-title. Then they kind of skip Dirty Mind because Dirty Mind didn't have a big song on it either. So then they go to Controversy. That's what, and then forget it. After Controversy, 1999, it was a rap. Like
it's a rap.
It's a rap. So I think a lot of people
I ain't fooling with y'all.
Yes, kick Temujin out now. But yeah, Dirty Mind. I think a lot of people skip. To be honest, I do. I really do.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Wasn't he on tour with Rick? No.
He was on tour.
He was on tour with Rick during this time.
What year was Fire It Up? I think he was on tour with him like either 79 or 80.
Yes, I think it was 80. I think they was on tour in 80 with each other.
Okay.
But to be fair, I didn't visit the early Prince stuff until like 20 years later. I was just
Yeah.
But see, the beautiful thing about Prince is, one, he got a whole lot of albums. He also has a lot of hit singles.
Mm-hmm.
You can proclaim that you're a huge Prince fan just off the singles.
Just off the hits alone.
So many.
Yeah.
I like how you said that, though. I like how you said
I
that.
hate when people, because the hardcore Prince fans, they try to out obscure each other.
Yeah.
With Prince, you ain't got to do that.
Right.
No, you don't.
The singles is just as great as the deep cuts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got so much material to choose from. You can discover something new every freaking day. You can make a Prince advent calendar every day.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think also this is a unique one in its catalog because of how stripped down it is. It's very stripped down.
Very.
Like
Very.
It's very muddy. It's real dirty.
Yeah, it is dirty.
Yeah,
yes.
The way Prince like it, dirty.
Exactly. And it's kind of like it's kind of like he made it in a garage and just said screw a mix and just put it out. Like
real shit, Kemani. Yes.
And it still came out as Prince's style. Like nothing was. Yeah, it's definitely a special record in this discography. Definitely.
You better, because now I'm thinking about it, because Uptown don't sound mixed at all. It sounds like they just finished it. All right, put the shit out. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm. Like it just sounded like a bunch of demos that came out.
Yeah.
And it's still funky. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Ooh, 2 more, baby, 2 more. I don't know which one to go with first. Because these are my top 2 records from this year. I can't.
Well, we know one of them. Of course.
We're going to go.
Of course.
We're going to go with this one first, actually. Yeah, we're going to go with this.
Of course.
Stevland
Morris.
Stevland.
The 8th wonder of the world, as Don Cornelius would say. Hotter than July, baby. Hotter than July.
Hotter than July.
And this one, as far as like, I usually have this class period like spans from like, I'll say as early as where I'm coming from up to in square circle. That run alone is just special. But this one's real special for me because like of where he was at this particular time. He's got the beads in. He's styling with the beads. Secret Life of Plants didn't do what it was supposed to do. So it was like,
I think that was his response, like to me.
It had to be like.
It had to be his response because he's like, "You dummies! That was a soundtrack. This is an album, you idiots." That's
for real. It was
like for real. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, this is a soundtrack. Don't look at y'all. Think I'm gonna get this after doing songs in the key of life? Like, come on, y'all. Like, think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a soundtrack, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? But he said, all right. He said, all right, y'all want to talk shit? I'm going to come with Hotter Than July.
I'm gonna put these beads in right quick.
With the nice shades, too.
And y'all remember who that guy am.
Right.
Because y'all done forgot. Y'all thought I done fell off. I'm only 30 years old, and y'all saying I done fell off?
Already? After I done gave y'all the whole 70s? Are you kidding me?
All right, I'll wait.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I'm coming. I'm on the way.
Yeah. And I'm going to have on the red glasses on y'all motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I ain't even got my red glasses on right now.
The beads.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all, I'm not messing with y'all. I am not messing with them in the comments. No, keep going, Kemani.
Yeah, like you said, it's a response. Like off the intro to Did I Hear You Say You Love Me Alone? Like just how it turns up. Like I'm here.
Right.
Still here.
I ain't never left.
Like,
yes.
That
was his mama said, don't knock y'all. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Yo, exactly. He was not in the transitions on this joint too. Like, how Did I Hear You Say goes right into All I Do? Like, oh my God.
And had all them motherfuckers singing background for him.
The late Betty Wright.
The OJs, Mike.
OJs.
All of them.
Golly, man.
They singing background for Stevland.
Yeah, and Michael singing co-lead. Michael co-leading. Is think about you. Yeah, like just.
And then it's so crazy that I did not know until like 10 years ago that Tammy Terrell did it first.
Mm-hmm.
And me being but again, it was unreleased, so it was yeah. So to find that out, I was just like, and she sound pretty on it. You know what I mean? She did. She sound pretty on it.
Yeah,
but Steveland having all them on it.
Oh yeah.
Angela Winbush.
And it made it like a funkier, more up to date version. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Very 80s. Very 80s. Oh, yeah. And just how it comes in. Doom, doom, doom. Yes. What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you go into Rocket Love. Yeah, I'm done too. Yeah, I'm done.
I longed for you since I was born. Oh my God.
Again? Kemani, say that again, please.
I longed for you since I was born.
Who writing like that?
A woman says, okay. All right.
You dropped my black ass.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, golly, man. There you go. Ain't gonna stand for it as you read my mind. Like, that's the first side alone, dog. Like, it's just sickening how he just came back around the block after Songs of Your Life into a new decade with this. It's just so special, man. And then Master Blaster was a favorite of mine for a long time. Like,
mine too.
CD.
Yeah.
I love it. I kept playing that song over and over again.
And then for him to do, I love how Whitney did it when she was on her South African tour. Oh. And how she did it, you know what I'm saying? And you know Whitney loved her some damn Steveland. She loved him.
Oh yeah.
Love him. Because she came out to singing on that tour, you know, her in South Africa. She came out with singing Love Is In Need.
Oh, okay.
Then she put this in it. Like, she loves Stevie. So the way she did it, and I love how she glided, and then you know, what is his name? Kurt Whalum and all them behind her. It just sounded so good, yo. I was just like, but it was a favorite of mine too, because I just love how Stevie sound on it. When I was little, I used to be like, that's how Stevie sound.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you know, Do Like You. I always say with Do Like You, if Michael, that would have been, if I got like a good Michael Stevie duet, that wasn't Get It, that wasn't Just Good Friends, Do Like You would have been the one. Because it reminds me a lot of, I ain't forget about you, Mike. I'm about to get into you in a second. But like that was if I had my ideal Stevie Michael duet, Do Like You would have been it.
Because how about our both shot? Yes. The other two, no ma'am, sir.
Like Mike, that's a Michael riff down.
And then and that's what was needed with them two.
Yeah.
They needed that. They did not need
I know.
That hurts. It hurts. That hurts. Yes, at least know I get very angry with that. Because you got two of the best like musician singers of all time, and we got those, and that's what we got.
I know.
Oh,
okay. It's all right. It's all right.
That's why I was like, we could. And again, you saying Do Like You, we could have got that. That could have been them. It could have sounded so great on it or whatever. But
and then you got Cash in Your Face, which is funky, super funky. Like it's real, like
super funky.
Top bottom, talking about housing discrimination, but making it into like okay, yeah. And then of course, Lately, we know how beautiful Lately is, and then to close it out with the greatest rendition.
You know, Cash in Your Face kind of actually took me back a little bit to 80s version of Superstition to me.
Ooh.
I can see them Soul Train dancers rocking to this joint. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Like they were when he did it on Soul Train in the 70s. They was killing it, and it just gave me that space. Y'all listen, this is an 80s Stevie that I no. Not gonna do it. No. So yes. So go ahead. Then Lately, yes.
And Lately is just I played on before I got on here. I was about to fall to my knees. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know what I laughed to when it was Mary, Jodeci, and Stevie on Arsenio Hall.
Oh.
And KC started singing the wrong verse. And Stephen just kindly just started singing the verse over again. He was like, no, bruh, you singing the wrong verse. Because he came in singing the second verse. And Stephen was like, okay, well, then I'm going to sing that verse again.
Get my song
right. I always laugh at that. I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, but what you talk about? Who was giving 80 Stevie?
Who giving 80 Stevie too much? See, he's starting stuff. He's
He's like Mark Chappelle be manufacturing drama. We got real drama. You gotta make nothing up.
Right.
Plenty of conflict that we can.
And you are and everybody on here already know the deal when it comes to me, but I'm into it now because I love N Square Circle.
And because bullying works. I really did bully JR into loving 80s.
Yeah. Even though I did characters before then, but it was like I never really went back to it. But N Square Circle, I love. N
Square Circle is it. I love it.
It's it. So.
Love You Too Much and Whereabouts and
Maybe
on.
3 much.
I was waiting.
No. That's it.
I wait that whole song just so I be like, rocking. Maybe 3 months.
He's another one. He's another one like the Isleys.
Yeah, came into a whole new decade in a sense of uncertainty. And
he was letting us know I ain't gonna stand for it. Y'all not gonna act like I'm done out here.
Right.
And
then to close the album out with the greatest rendition of Happy Birthday ever known to man. Like, come on. Only Stevie, man.
And then helped it become a national holiday. Come on, somebody.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Martin. Yeah, he's got him in the sleeve. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And to close us out, man. Them boys from Gary, Indiana.
Oh, of course.
The way to
of course. I knew that's why. What did I tell you in the what you call it? Come on. I said me and Alise ain't picking Jacksons or Stevie.
We still ain't touching the Jacksons.
He's like, you got it.
Triumph. Okay, so man, my relationship with this album really took off. So actually, rewind. So this is the summer of 21.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that mode of listening to full albums again. Some that I haven't listened to yet, and then some that I already knew. And my friend texted me one day. I was like, man, and I sent him a video of me fooling around. Like I was listening to the acapella to Scream, right, with Jen and Mike, and how Mike was just stomping and just shouting and stuff like that. And I was just going crazy. And he told me the next day, he was like, man, your little Michael Jackson blow up, a little tantrum that you were doing influenced me to listen to the entire Off the Wall album, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was like, okay. And he told me Burn the Disco Out was like his sleeper track. He loved that joint. So I played it for myself for the first time in forever. And I was on the treadmill. I was on the treadmill playing that joint. I was like, oh my Lord. And so I could kind of and so that kind of revived my little mic. When I'm in my Michael zone, it's hard to get out. So when I'm in that Michael zone, I was like, okay. And this was an era of Michael's career that I wasn't as familiar with at the particular time. So I listened to Destiny for the first time the whole way through. I was just like, man, I like this. But when I got to Triumph, I was like, yeah, this is very important because with Triumph, Mike's coming fresh off the wall, and he's just on a different plane. His experience with Quincy and the things that he taught him kind of carries over into what he works with his brothers. He's back with his brothers. So it's what we gave you on Destiny, it was cool. It was cute. But we got to this is peak Jacksons to me.
I agree.
They were just on one accord. And then don't get me started on the tour. I love the performances on that tour. You got Can You Feel It? Lovely One. When I first heard Lovely One, I was like, oh, where has this been all my life?
That's my favorite song on that album. Right. Listen. Like you just said, Kemani, and you said it perfectly. Michael was like, I'm coming over here with y'all what I just learned from Quincy and Rob Templeton, and I'm putting it in this. Because you can hear Lovely One and realize that ain't nothing but Burn This Disco Out. There ain't nothing but that. And Lovely One. Like that song just hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh God. And Michael just going off and he's doing yes.
Oh golly, man.
Yes. He brought that off the wall flavor to this album. And it was like, yeah, Michael ain't gonna be around a little too long. That's when you listen to Triumph, you kind of knew this is it. This is it.
A storm is really about to brew.
A storm is brewing. Yeah, like we ain't gonna be here a little too long. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, again, Michael got to do what he wanted with Off the Wall, but this one, it was just like he had just so much more to give. So it was like, all right, y'all. He was like,
shout out to
Greg. What Michael said in what you call it? What you say in the movie? He was like, I just can't. I just can't stop right now. I just can't. You know what I mean? And you can tell with this album, Michael was becoming an artist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with Heartbreak Hotel. Like I always say with Heartbreak Hotel, like that was him like truly tapping into the the theatrics of his work. The cinematography of his work. Heartbreak Hotel. Even though there wasn't a video for it, you can imagine if you close it, like the intro and how it creeps up, and then it just takes you on an adventure. Like you can, I like every time I hear it, like I can imagine like some kind of visual in my head. The horns, Temujin. Oh my God, man! Oh yeah.
I didn't have to say it. Y'all giving me life.
That's Heartbreak Hotel. Definitely, even if it wasn't a single, it's definitely my highlight on this.
They sure play it like it is. Even though they made them turn it to this place hotel. Bullshit.
This place hotel.
Bullshit. That shit is Heartbreak Hotel.
And that's what it's Heartbreak Hotel on this issue, apparently.
That part.
I love that. Oh, Walk Right Now. Oh, I saw Neltron talk about Greg Fillinganes. Shout out to him.
Yes.
I love his
the legend himself.
Yeah.
The legend himself.
Like Walk Right Now, that's another joint that I love. His synth work on Can You Feel It? Oh yeah. Like I think Nathan Watts was on this one too. Mike couldn't stop until he got enough.
Get your brother, y'all. I
thought it. If anything you think, they'll try to say it out loud.
Yes.
He always says the quiet part out loud. That's just who he is.
Yeah. He can't help it.
This is a real special. Oh, and everybody, I gotta bring up everybody because that's another joint. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is like get on the floors, like chill, little brother. I love that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and then close out with Wondering Who. Shout out to Jackie. Jackie did his thing on that. Did you what do you think about like Michael's the bridge that was supposed to be on that record, but it didn't make it?
I wish it would have.
That's such a.
I wish it would have.
Oh,
I was just like, why they cut it? Like,
I don't know. I think did they only have like 50 minutes or an hour or something like that? Or
maybe.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even talk about Time Waits for No One. That's another. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That like this is definitely like the calm before the storm of what was to come with Thriller, and no one was prepared. So like this is a very, as far as Michael's trajectory and his career, like this is a very, that whole run from like Destiny to this, like it's super important in Michael. He wouldn't be as big as he was if not for that journey of him finding himself as an artist and finding that, what he could do on his own. Like what he could truly do on his own as a young man.
Right. I think because it started with obviously when they left to go with Gamble and Huff, right? So that opened them up for then, and then him going to do the Wiz was just
life changing.
It was up. It was done. It was done then, and after then it did Off the Wall, and then this.
With Michael, it's up, then it's stuck.
Up, then it's stuck, man.
And stuck. There was no come down.
Not at all. Michael Mania
Michael Mania. You know what I'm saying? So yes. The way that they sing at the end of time ways. Yes. Now.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Oh God.
So thank you, Kemani. And I'm just gonna go through some other singles from '80s, but we ain't talk about them because I have to work. But
okay.
What?
I mean, not yet. But I'm gonna tell some other songs that came out.
Okay.
Because then everybody's like, why you ain't talking about such and such? Because it's a bunch of songs. Catch that.
Come on.
We got SOS Band, Take Your Time. Y'all Burn People, Don't Stop the Music. Diana, I'm Coming Out.
Upside down, you're turning me.
We got Change with Glow of Love. And if anyone knows me, that's pretty much my life theme song.
I love it.
Yes, it is.
We got Pointer Sisters, He's So Shy. Manhattan's with Shining Star. Stacey Lattisaw, Let Me Be Your Angel. Let's see. Cameo, Shake Your Pants. Check.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. We also had LTD. Where did we go?
Oh, that's my joint.
Maybe we can fit. Okay. And what else we got here? Yeah, so that's some big singles from that.
Oh shit, we didn't even talk about like 80 was a big year for Solar. We didn't talk about Shalimar. Did Shalimar come?
Yes. 3 for Love. Make that move right now, baby. We know that album very well, y'all. Oh God.
This is the Shalimar Stan account.
that part. that part. I'm surprised you ain't talk about something that I thought you was gonna talk about something else, but
who, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, say it.
Your guy.
Who my guy?
Mr. Jermaine.
Oh, let's get serious. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yes, that's what I was like. Nah, that's her guy now.
What up, man? What up? What up, though?
Okay, Zone, what up, though?
Yes. Oh, yes. There's a lot of good stuff happening in
Roberta and Donnie.
Roberta?
You're on My Heaven? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the last album they did. Yeah. Yeah. So like you said, Kemani, in the beginning, 80 was a great year. It was great. Even though the transition was happening, it was still great music, man. You know what I mean? So,
that was a good.
Y'all remember the Ray Parker Jr. song? 2 Places at the Same Time?
Oh, no.
I ain't heard that in
I like the song.
ages.
That was
shit.
That was a cool year for him, too.
Okay.
In front and in the back. So.
Gotcha.
Because he was on everybody's shit. Parker Jr.
And was.
And what?
I be going through line of notes, and I'm like, well, I done see you on the last 20 album line of notes I done see. He playing on everybody's stuff. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you got any final statements you want to say, Kemani, to the people? The floor is yours.
Just thank you again. This was great. This was fun. I'm actually in the process of making a few videos, and I'll should be uploaded by, I'll say, before or after Thanksgiving. You know, I gotta work things out between my schedule and then trying to making time for for content. So yeah, it's on the way, y'all. Just sit tight. It's okay. Yeah.
We ready.
The Lord works. How about I bullshot somebody?
I think our bullying is working. I'll tell you.
I'm learning from the best.
And from the best, like Whitney.
Oh, I love. Yes.
Right. Well, yeah, we love you, Kemani, but I think you already know that.
Oh yeah, of course. Always in my mind.
Yes. And so we don't know the date, y'all, yet, but sometime in November we're gonna try to do another one. But if not, I think Kemani, you muted, JR.
Oh, Kemani gonna fuck you up again. I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know what year he gonna pick. This dude went from 72 to 80. I don't know where he going.
I don't even care. I got my 86, so
you know I was happy because I got my 70s fixed, so I was good.
I love that.
I was good.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we love y'all live chat. Y'all the best.
Y'all awesome. Y'all awesome and just as shady as we are.
Y'all the real MVPs out here.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Yes,
yeah. And just like, share, subscribe, tell folks about us. And yeah, that's it. We'll catch y'all next. Catch that or something. Peace.
Hello.
Oh man.